I'm Chloe.
And I'm Cosette. And this is the 14 Steps Away podcast. Happy New Year. We have another New Year themed episode for you today. And that is discussing a little 2025 vision board.
I forgot the year was going to be 2025. I was like, wait a minute, 2025 vision board?
Liar.
You're a liar.
Fact checked. Yeah, so we are just going to, I don't know, talk about the kind of things that we would envision on our vision board. I haven't personally made one. Usually I have a Pinterest board.
I was thinking that I wanted to make a little Pinterest one, but I honestly just have not had the time.
Agree.
And I will be making a Pinterest one eventually. Maybe not tonight, but I will be making one. But I have the visions based on my little list of ideas. I have the visions. They're there. I just need the Pinterest
to execute
find it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Before we jump into that, we will talk a few updates. You've talked to us, but we haven't talked to you in a little bit because we pre-filmed a couple for the holiday season because it was in the middle of the week. And so I do feel like we have some things to fill in on. Yeah, why don't you go first?
Okay. What are my updates? First update is that I'm doing 75 hard. Boo.
Boo. Day one.
Day one of 75 hard is hard. And that's fine. It's just hard. I think it's hard because I'm like getting over a little cold situation. So I'm just like, I don't feel good. My stomach is really torn up. And I think it's because of, I've just been eating so much crap lately. Like we drove down to Arkansas and drove back. So like we had fast food all the time. And it was just like, bleh. So I'm excited I was excited this morning. Actually, this morning I was like, I'm feeling locked in. I'm feeling ready. I'm feeling good. And I think part of that was because I weighed myself. So I was like, I gotta lock in. And now I'm just like,
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it, but it's going okay. Adam and I got ourselves new water bottles so that we could, I don't know, feel prepared for the water intake. I'm not using it right now.
I was gonna say.
Because Adam has to wash it for me first, obviously. Yeah. But yeah, 75 hard is hard. We went on a walk this morning with Pookie, like on our like loop, because Adam did that while I was out of town. And I was like, oh, so Pookie can go on a walk like the whole loop. But it was freezing. And I was like, I can't walk the whole loop.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to turn around.
This isn't about him anymore.
No, but we did walk our loop. I've been doing very good on my water for me. And our second workout will be after this at some point tonight.
For sure.
Yeah. So it's been really fun. I still have to read my 10 pages.
My first update is that I think I mentioned it. We did a little trip for the holidays, not during Christmas, but right after Christmas. So I got back yesterday from Colorado. I've never been to Colorado, and it was really good. The trip was good, but it was very interesting because when you think of it, you think of the mountains. For sure. Definitely saw mountains. They were crazy. But like it was interesting because on the road, like you have one side that's huge mountains and one side that's completely and utterly flat.
Is there anything? Just like emptiness? Or there's like
well, like on the interstate it was like that, but it's just like all the residential things all look the exact same because they're on like you have the mountainside and then you have the plain side, and the plain side is just like neighborhoods that all look exactly the same. And they look great. Like I found out I really like the architecture out there. It's really cool. All the houses are just like, I don't know, they're just so cool. I'm like, I'm obsessed with it. And they're very like, I don't know, architecturally cool. But it was very interesting because I'm expecting just like mountains, and it's like, yeah, you have that, but ultimately it's just like also very just suburbia. And so it was like that. And it was really good. We did one day up in the national park, and that was super fun. Downtown Fort Collins was amazing. It definitely has like the upbeat social life, and I really liked that. And typically downtowns, you know, we all know what a downtown is. It's usually small. If you think about our downtown or anything like that, like it's usually a square. It felt like their downtown was like multiple squares. That's how big it was. And it was just like a lot of walkways with alleys and like the lights above. And it was super just like outgoing. I felt like it was open to a lot of like social things. So that was super nice. We spent the days with my family, and that was really good. Say everyone just kind of got knocked out with something. Something about our family. We can't get together without someone getting sick. So that was not great. We had all of one day all together as a family, and then people just started falling. Like that was super interesting. I think that we avoided it because I was just like kind of like congested before we got there, and then what everyone else had was way different symptoms, and we were on a separate level from everyone else. And we had 2 different cars. So I think it worked out that we kind of got like, we just luckily avoided it. But yeah, people were down for the count for the following days. So we didn't like spend all the activities we planned together. So that was kind of lame. But in general, it was super good. I liked the vibe of the city and the outdoorsiness I can appreciate. Ultimately would never be like, I won't ever just love to climb mountains. Pretty for sure, but like wouldn't it be how I would spend my evening personally? But I do like it for visiting purposes. It was very, very nice, and I can definitely get the allure. But it was interesting. It was interesting to see something totally different than I've ever seen before. So that was good, and honestly, probably my only update.
On in opposition to your trip, I went on a trip of my own, and it wasn't fun. But I won't really go too deep into that. We can talk about that later. But I went to Arkansas, which is where my parents are from. And it's this teeny tiny town where there's nothing, a whole bunch of actually nothing. Like my Spotify stopped working and I was like, oh no, we're here. This is only the beginning. It stopped working like an hour outside of their, like where they live.
Gosh.
And I was like, okay, probably more than that, probably like an hour and a half. Like once you get off the interstate, nothing.
Wow.
And you're on like back roads for like an hour and a half. But it was what I expected, but I just want to talk about Arkansas and that being there for a moment. Like not even the trip part, but just everything about it. And it was like, it's just, there's nothing there.
No.
There's nothing there. We went on my grandpa owns a 3-wheeler that is 40 years old.
Okay.
And it still works. And we were riding on the 3-wheeler, which I can show you. And there's quite literally nothing. And Cash was like, he just wanted to drive and drive and drive. And I was like, why? And he was like, well, because what if there's something cool down here? There's not. There's nothing.
Nothing cool.
He kept seeing abandoned things and being like, we should get out and look at that. I said, I don't want to get shot. And he was like, no one's going to just shoot you. Like, this is abandoned. Like, there's no one owns this property. I said, yes, they do. Like, and yes, there are people living here, whether you think that there are or not. And we got home. My mom was like, no, do not do that. Like, they will shoot you or they will booby trap their property. Like, I'm not kidding. They're
like, it's
crazy.
the country. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's just a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
Whatever. It was very interesting. Ooh, another update is not a me update. It's a pop culture update. And that is Lexi Hidalgo got engaged.
Oh my gosh. Incredible, amazing, wonderful, perfect.
Wasn't her ring so her?
It was so her.
I was like, I would not have envisioned anything else. Like,
no,
this
it was
is so her.
Yeah, when I saw that yesterday, I saw it on Instagram. Maybe we were at dinner, I think. Yeah, we were at dinner. And I opened it up and you know how the first part was like that old video of them. And so I was just watching and I was like, oh my God, he's on one knee. He's on one knee right now. And their story is just so sweet. And he loves her so much, like so much. So beautiful. So yeah, I'm very much obsessed with that development we had in pop culture. Then we will jump right into our vision board, which is very exciting. Feels good to do this on January 1st. We're recording January 1st. You won't hear this, but
oh yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Ooh.
But it feels very right to do it today. So yeah, my first one is dressing up more in the sense of like just I want to feel put together all the time. And I think I've like been doing that, but like and I like having lazy clothes, but I want my lazy clothes to still make me feel like I just want to be slaying all the time. That's really it.
Yeah.
Like I just want to be like model off duty and just like put together, not even like if that's makeup, but it's like something I feel confident in. And that just kind of being
mine is kind of the same thing, but also not at the same time. Like not dressed up at all really, but feeling good in what you're being. Because I feel like honestly, I got a lot of the stuff I got for Christmas, like clothes stuff, was all like comfy stuff. I just want to be comfy. Like, I just want to be comfy. I got a lot of workout stuff, which is good because I'm going to be working out a lot. But I want to be, I don't know, like I feel like I always mention Carrie Bankston and I love her. And I want to be her vibe. Like comfy, but like it's
like
very, everything she wears is comfy and cozy, but very put together.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's like elevated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way. Yeah, for sure. So that would be mine on that.
Okay.
I didn't put it on my list, but
that's fair.
Okay. The first one was wedding of my dreams.
Perfect. Love
obviously.
that. Yeah.
Because I didn't know how to really word this stuff, but
yeah,
I like put like, I guess, genres and then like just like little things like, I don't know, within the category. So like keep planning and being organized and efficient and on time as far as that is concerned, moving efficiently and also get married. So
For sure.
those are all under the umbrella of
Like
the wedding.
we can all envision.
So like envision the vision board, and
Envision the
you're
wedding.
envisioning like my bridal looks.
Yeah.
You're envisioning the
Like, all the
venue,
bridal things going
you're
on.
envisioning the rings, the flat lays, the photos, the whatever.
Yeah. There's a vibe.
Yeah.
There's a vibe.
That's the vibe.
The
on my
wedding vibe is definitely heavy
the wedding
on your
vibe
board.
is on my vision board.
For sure. A huge one.
Mm-hmm.
My next one kind of to a degree goes with the last one, but not all the way. I just want to do more things. So I put participating, going out, more activities. Just, I don't know. I want to be a lot more present and just like doing things. Like whenever, I always feel that way. Like I just want to have events to go to and stuff like that because I think it's super fun. Like it gets my socializing out and I get to like get put together. I feel super good when I get ready and all of that. I don't know. I just want to do more of that, whatever genre of activity that may be, but just out, socializing, all of that a little bit more and just kind of nourishing the being out of the house because like I love being home, but I am young and I want to do fun things.
I agree with that. I don't know that how much of that I'll do. I was trying to think like I feel like it's so hard to have a balance of all the things, especially when you have like, I don't know, like things going on or like events coming up. You have events and then you have life and work and then you have all of that. I think that I wish that I did do more things because every time I do, I'm just like, I'm so glad that I did that. And I always like feel good and like happy and wish I did things more, but I don't. Maybe I will this year, maybe not. But I think that's a good one. And I can envision that on your vision board.
Yeah. I just want to be a busy girl. I love having things going on and like having people that I see and like it's just so much fun.
Yeah.
So definitely I feel like I'm starting off strong for sure.
For sure. January 1st.
Yeah.
I put also on my vision board, again, also a New Year's resolution, also whatever, is 75 hard. But under that umbrella, I put building healthy habits, drinking more water, reading more, moving my body, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you can
Nourishing the self.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Definitely.
I just want to look good, feel good, you know?
Yeah. I put going to like anything that I can do outside of the house, doing it outside of the house. Specifically, I put coffee shops for work. I want to be a lot more intentional about like going places to do other things, like going there to like work once a week or going somewhere and like sitting and crocheting or knitting or whatever, probably knitting. Just I want to go out and not really that it would be like a third place, not that I'd be that consistent about going somewhere, going out and doing my things that I could do at home, just to get out. And I think coffee shop like for work is the most basic example of that, but anything else that I could build on that, I would. But that is one that is a very easy, like once a week, if I have a day without meetings, just go work at a little coffee shop. So
I think that's good. That's a good one. Good goal. I put self-care habits, and these are what you would think would be very small and minuscule things, but I am a lazy person is what I've realized. And I want to, like, seems so niche for me. Whenever I get out of the shower, I want to lather myself in lotion. Like every time I take a shower, I need to moisturize my body because I need to be taking care of my skin, because if I don't do it now, it's going to be horrible later. And I've just been thinking about how I don't use lotion enough. Like, I don't know. I just thinking about that. And I said that the other day and Paige was like, oh my gosh, me too. And I was like, okay, I'm not the only one who doesn't put on lotion enough, but lotion, lash serum, like get into a skincare routine that I have established. I want to make sure that I'm like incorporating a routine and make sure I'm like taking
self-care
care
routines
of
are good,
myself.
Yeah,
so
that's a good one. I want to do that too. Right now I've been kind of working through my stock, I guess, of like the random stuff, but I do want to find my like favorite things and have those on like rotation, and that be like my routine for at least skincare. But yeah, it's a really good one.
Arkansas chewed me up and spit me out. I got there and I got the biggest, most painful pimple I've ever had on my cheek. It's still basically here. And then a horrible one inside my nose.
Ooh.
And I was not the only one. I was like, maybe this is just me. Maybe it's a me problem. And Allie was like, no, like my skin is so dry. Everything's whatever. And then my mom goes, have you guys been breaking out since you've been here?
Oh my gosh.
Even mom is experiencing
that is
it. So I'm like, this can't be like a young person thing.
No,
like, this is just everybody. Like everybody's experiencing this. It's got to be the Arkansas. I don't know. It's just
the air was not good. Yeah. I put this kind of loosely, but envisioning like more content, and not necessarily that I want to be like consistently making all kinds of videos, but I like vlogged this trip on like my camera. It's just so fun. And I did that for the wedding and I did that for the honeymoon. And I do really like doing that side of content where I just have like a little video to put together after trips are the easy ones, but like an event or a trip or something. And I do want to keep
Digital
doing that.
scrapbooking.
Yeah. Because it's just so much fun. And I intend to keep making like the content I am now, but more little like the longer videos that are maybe like more for just myself or like family or friends or like personal. But it's just so fun. I do love to do it, even if no one appreciates it or sees it. It's still just fun to document things. So yeah, I guess documenting more of life, as if I don't document enough already.
I have two things to say on that. And one is that you're really good at it. So I think that it is good because I literally was just scrolling through my photos for a while ago and I was just looking at the video that you made of wedding dress shopping for me. God. And I'm just like, oh, it's just so sweet and perfect. And things like that are so sweet and perfect. But I was on that topic. Whenever I was in Arkansas, I was sitting in my great aunt's house. She is 93.
Wow.
And I was just listening to her talk about her first husband, talking about her marriages and talking about, you know, her relationship with her sisters and whatever, and just talking to her about all these things. And I was just sitting there in like the corner of the room watching everyone and watching everything and just like observing her whole house because I was just trying to take in everything in her house just because, I mean, not to be, I don't know, whatever, but I'm not going to probably be there again.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be there again. And I was just taking it all in, watching her, watching my grandmother, and watching them interact with each other and just watching it. And I was like, it would be so beautiful to have a video evidence of this, just like to have like, if I had like documentary style videos of this, if I had just like an old camera or whatever, just recording this conversation, which would be so boring to most people, but it would be something that I would look back
like
and be
cherish
like,
so much.
It takes you back to the smell of her house or the sounds that my grandma makes or whatever, like just the little stuff. I was like, I wish that I had a camera in my eyes that entire trip because as much as like Arkansas is like a place that I don't like in a lot of ways, there was a lot about this trip specifically that I wish that I had
forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So then I was thinking, me and Adam also, his parents recorded, they had posted a recording because his dad used to record all their Christmases, and his dad posted one from, gosh, like 25 years ago. And that made me and Adam be like, oh, we should start recording ours. So then when we have kids, we have something to look back on from when we were in our 20s. And so we recorded our Christmas. And I was just thinking, we just need to get a camera and just like record all of our stuff. And then I started thinking about Justin. And I was like, well, Justin has obviously his videography business and whatever. So that'll be like very beneficial for your family growing up and how you always have
just videos. Yeah.
And just like the raw footage of just like real life and like everything. And just I feel like as I've gotten older, I've just come to appreciate it because you really just never get those moments back.
Yeah.
And it's just awesome to see. And I just wish that I had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love just making little videos. So fun.
Well, TikTok might be gone, so
who knows?
Who even knows what's happening there? I put weekend trips, which was also a resolution, but I think that one, I already know that I'll have a lot of weekend trips, so it's an easy one to put on the vision board because I have
your vision and like the vision. You just have to like if you're listening and you've never made a vision board, I'm sure you're really struggling right now.
Yeah,
but like if you've made a vision board, you just get it.
Yeah,
because it'd be like it would be like a little picture of the like postcard from blah blah blah, like on a sign or something. Like that would be like
the vision.
The places board, you're going, you'd have a little picture of like something saying that, or like welcome to that town, or welcome to that city, or like the beach and, like, there.
A vision board doesn't have to be like things like you want for this year. It can also be things that like, you know are going to happen this year, because my vision board last year had like graduate and like things like that,
and
whatever.
It's still curating the vibe around it. Like you know that that's going to happen. You know that these like 10 big things are going to happen, but there's still like the vibe you want it to carry.
Yeah. For sure. So I put weekend trips because I know that I'll have those coming up, and I know that that's a goal of mine. Yeah, I know that even if I don't have them like planned and whatever, like I know that they will happen.
Yeah, for sure. I also put travel more on my list, a very broad, definitely another resolution, but like, yeah, just the vision of traveling more. But I did specifically say that would be ideally, I would like to go to one new country this year. And realistically, that will probably be Canada. I've never been to Canada. And I think that there are 2 ways that could happen. And so likely one of those will happen. It would be like I'm envisioning a new country and travel in general, but kind of like with yours, it's the travel I know is going to happen. Outside of the travel I know is going to happen, I don't plan to schedule that much this year. Everything else going on, I think it's not like, I don't know, I'm just going to soak in the year as is and don't plan to travel like extra outside of that. I mean, I can just go through the months and like we already have a handful of things planned. So I know I'll get that travel. And then realistically, hopefully I'll get to go to a new country. So that is what I'm hoping for.
I would love to go to a new country. I don't know. We don't know where we're going for our honeymoon yet, so maybe I will.
Yeah.
But I have, because like you said, I think I have so much going on this year that the only travel that I have on my vision board is weekend trips, because any weekend trip, like anything that I have will be extra on top of what I already know is happening.
Yes,
So like honeymoon, bachelorette trip, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I think I'll just be very busy. Yeah. I don't know.
No, kind of on the vibe of traveling more. Very loosely, I'll say the vibe of city life. Just the vibe. And I honestly, that's been in my vision board every year. I don't even realize it, but it's like the things I'm pinning. It's like that is just very like the socializing part of being in a city and like being just surrounded by things and people and activities and stuff. Definitely heavy on city and nightlife, probably.
Yeah. Mine are not that fun. For this year, because I already just know I just want to like, I feel like this year is going to go by fast. I kind of want to breeze through it in a way. I put move into somewhere more spacious.
Loving the vision.
Yeah. Because I'm envisioning space is what I'm envisioning.
Envisioning another room.
I'm envisioning, and based off of my last one, I'm just envisioning space without clutter, a place for everything and everything in its place.
An
Organization, for sure, because Adam said something yesterday. He was like, I wouldn't be mad if we had to live in this apartment again.
I already feel like this lease was kind of a stretch for like in your mental, like you would have preferred not that,
I honestly every day since we've re-signed our lease, I have regretted doing so. Not because I didn't want to live here anymore, because I'm fine living here. It's not even that. It's just that like we did not think through, we didn't think far enough in advance to be able to have another option. Our option had to be, because you have to let them know 60 days in advance or whatever. Yeah. So we just like, well, I guess we have to. Like, what are we going to do? And like, I wasn't making more money, so it wasn't like we should have upgraded in any way. No, hopefully not. Hopefully by the end of the year, we are in somewhere more spacious. Just because, and even I was like, it's not even here. It's like, even if we stayed here, like this apartment, we could hopefully by then have a 2-bedroom, but I don't really want to be here. I would like to like look into renting / buying a home or whatever. Probably rent a house, but that's my goal.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's on my vision board. I'm picturing hopefully a backyard.
Definitely a driveway.
Yeah, definitely not 2 stories for my groceries.
True.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Very realistic.
I hope.
I have a few kind of small ones that I could breeze through pretty quickly. Vision board, short hair. Just picture a little picture of a bob. Still, she's staying. That's the vibe. Like,
she remains.
Just short hair. Done. I know that's been mentioned on almost anything we ever talk about is our short hair, but yeah, it's the year. Like, I'm honestly, I need another chop, I think. Another little quick one, fun shoes. I feel like we talk about like fashion and all of that a lot, but I just got the same shoes that Chloe has, and they're silver sneakers, and they're...
Wait, you bought the same ones as me? I thought you got the other ones.
No, I did get the I got the same ones.
Add that to our tally of our
I know. They're amazing. Yeah. I just love how little they are. Like, they're so perfect. Yeah. So just fun shoes, whether it's that or ballet flats or whatever. Just a little elevated, a little feminine. Incredible. Love it. I put jewelry. That's not really new, but again, if I was making a vision board, it would probably have like pictures of someone like stacked out with some bracelets or some rings or some earrings, something like that, because definitely love that vibe. It definitely goes with the being put together, because I can put on an outfit and once I accessorize, I'm already feeling better. Like, I put this on and I really like it. This is a new hoodie, so I love it. But, you know, it's just comfy, cozy, whatever. I put my earrings in, boom, next level. So just more jewelry. And then another little quick one is more wine.
More wine.
More wine.
All right.
I think I'd like to, not that I really love most wines, but just so classy, so elegant. Just a little wine.
Yeah.
I like just a little something.
Yeah.
Can't really explain it, but like,
I get it.
You know?
No, yeah.
Picture
I get
the
it.
wine.
I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. I have. Okay, I thought of another one while we were talking, but I do have one on kind of similar to my last one, which is the organization and do major deep cleaning. Get rid of anything
For sure.
you do not need. Take it out. You don't need it. I was literally thinking I have so much like. Well, obviously, I just got stuff for Christmas, so I was like, I need to clean out my closet, I need to clean out my drawers, and I need to clean out, most importantly, my bathroom drawers. Why do I have so many things in my bathroom?
Yep.
Why do I have all of that? So imagine on my vision board, it's like clean and organized, aesthetic, makeup, and skincare.
Belonging detox.
Yes, belonging detox. Yeah. I am Marie, what's her name? You know the girl.
Condo sounds wrong.
I know. I don't know.
I know,
but I don't know.
Yeah. That's definitely on mine too. My goal is not to like drastically like pick a weekend and clear everything out, but just to be like slowly clearing things out. Like, you know, every week as I do a reset, or every time I want to make something, I'm using what I have. Kind of work through my stock as far as crafts go. And then like, yeah, any products I have, once again, try not to re-up, use what I have. And I definitely need to do something about clothing because I feel like I go through my closet all the time. And yet,
I did just go through ours, but I do feel like I need to do it again.
I felt that recently too, because I'm like, I have things that I love so much more.
Me too.
And it's like, I don't need all of this, but it's so hard, specifically shoes. I could really go through my shoes right now, but I'm like, what a waste of money. It just feels so wasteful to get rid of them, even if I don't want them taking up space and I don't really wear them. And I have things that fill my, like they fulfill me better. It's still so hard to get rid. Like if I got rid of like 4 pairs of shoes, I'm like, I mean, that's just money down the drain.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, now I don't have them, but also like, I don't really want the clutter. I don't wear them. I don't know.
And
it's always a battle.
Yeah.
Like the closet is always a battle to me because it's like, what if I want this? But also it feels a little clutterish to have things that don't make me feel good. So I don't know how to work through that.
Me neither. My last one, this is a very, very tiny little thing in my brain that's been kind of eating at me.
Okay.
And that is, I don't know. Well, I do know that I probably will end up getting my master's. And I don't know what I would put on the vision board. I just know that like learning and furthering my education, I guess, could be the vision board vibe, but just
some open books.
I'm open to the idea. I'm not saying I'm going to go to grad school this year, but Adam and I were talking about it and he was like, well, yeah, like we could, you know, focus on the wedding and then get married and then have that summer and then you could enroll in the fall. And I was like, ooh, that scared me a little bit. Enroll in the fall. Like,
Speedy.
Oh my gosh. We're almost there.
Yeah, it's already fall.
I was just thinking, well, if we get married in June.
Yeah, no, for
and
sure.
then the summer. And then, because you have to enroll before
June,
then, obviously.
Yes, exactly, yeah. You'd have to apply. Yeah, that is
So
true.
I don't know. We'll see. But it's in my brain. And
That's
it's
fair.
on my board. But no promises.
No,
guys.
don't hold me to it.
Don't hold me to it. As I said in my resolutions, I just want to figure out what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I certainly would be figuring it out before I apply to grad school. So
if it works out, it works out.
True.
If it doesn't happen this year, it's not meant to happen this year.
True.
But it could. Gotta keep an open mind, and that means it's on the board.
It's on the board.
It's on the board.
Whatever visions you have are on this board.
Well, yeah.
Even if it doesn't happen this year, you reflect, you look back, and you see where you're at.
It shows that you were open
Regroup.
to it.
For sure.
Yeah. I have a handful of other ones, and one on here, basic, walking. Just walking more. I know that naturally that's going to happen for a few different reasons, but in general, like, I just want to be better. Like, if I'm going in the office, I want to, like, make sure I'm making, like, a couple laps around, like, outside the building if I'm in there, or, like, better about taking, if I go on a walk, I don't usually bring the dogs, so, like, maybe be better about making sure that they're going with and walking them, which I guess I'll just move on from that one and lead into my next one. My next one is, my vision is training the dogs and taking them everywhere being, grain of salt, but they get to go a lot more places. So maybe in my walking more, part of that is them going on our walks more and that being a part that they're training. And I just want them to be really good. And I always wanted that, but didn't have the time or the money or whatever to do it. And when we were out in Colorado, my aunt and uncle have 2 dogs, and one of them was a bit quirky like Ranger. She's lovely and perfect and amazing and a genius. And just seeing, I hadn't met her when she was like a little bit of a nip at the heels type of girl, but I've heard like she was quirky like Ranger. And now she listens to commands so well. Like she is incredible. She can just go anywhere, and like she still has like her things, but like she listens and she reacts super well to like direction. And it just made me really want to take that time and kind of be able to, obviously I want them to be able to do more with us. It is hard with big dogs. There is a variation of what people can do when they have small dogs and what people can do when they have large dogs. Like I'm not ever going to be the person that's like freaking out about bringing my dog somewhere, because that's just really obnoxious. And so I won't like be the person that's like, oh, we shouldn't invite them, they'll want to bring their dog. No, not that. But just kind of, I mean, they're are a piece of our family and they're like partners in our journey, but like kind of make the weight of their presence a little heavier, and that they can just do more with us and be super responsive to, I don't know. If you've seen a dog that's super trained, that's what it is. Like where they can spot and they can sit and they can do, well, my dogs can sit, but I mean like I can just like, they're here and that's it. Anyone can walk up, doesn't matter, and kind of just have that. So that's part of mine, which almost kind of leads me into my next one. Wow, I can really have these flowing. My next one is this is a couple months out, but I definitely plan to back away from what one may say are my old lady hobbies. I'm going to take a little bit of a hiatus, I believe is the word, from them, only because there's just not enough time.
Yeah.
There's just not enough time, and I love my hobbies, and that's super great, but like I would rather make one less sweater and dedicate more of my time to like the dogs being like our perfect companion. I'm going to back off a little bit from sewing for sure. Like I think I'll probably not sew very much. I'm not worried about that one because I don't think that takes as much skill. Like I could just come back to that when it be a big deal. Definitely going to back off from that. Honestly, probably won't get like any scrapbooking done. I plan to have a whip for like knitting all the time, but if that is a 1 month whip versus a 1 week whip, that's totally fine. So I think I'll kind of back away from that and fill my time with being more active and being a better like parent to the dogs, I guess, is like just having them be higher on our priority list and making sure that their needs are always met, like because I know that they would be happier or they'd be better off if they had the tasks of being like working dogs, in the sense of like they know that they are doing this for us and that for us, and they just are better trained. And then going out, once again, that would be if I gave away some time for my old lady hobbies, I'd be able to do more activities that I could look back on and have memories with, and with like memories with people, all of that. So that's another one. I want kind of the same way. I want to be more involved in like the community. Not sure what that looks like. I don't mean like volunteering. I just want to be more present in the community. I don't think that for me there's a perfect third place, but work on the third place vibe. Just like if that's going to I'm not a trivia girl, but like a trivia night, or like if there was like a favorite, like if we had a favorite bar or something that did an event every week, like I'd want to do that. Or like get my coffee here every day, or not every day, every like once a week, that same day. Just like little things like that incorporated. Definitely in the vision is my first full year of marriage. Just like slaying marriage this year. Just like being wed. Just like being wife, having husband. That's the vision. And then my last one is weddings. Weddings will be a big one this year, I think. Just the vibe of being an attendee at a wedding, I guess. Yeah. And all that entails. The travel, the setup, the prep, the fancy, the fun of weddings. Good. Those were my speed run.
Yeah, your vision board is much larger than mine. I think I need to think more. I'm like, it's
Think
January
deeper.
1st.
Yeah.
Already.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's already too much. Can we like rewind really quickly? Yeah, I've been thinking about the fact that I'm like, oh, I'm getting married this year.
This year.
Oh.
Yeah. You got 6 months.
Less. 5.
5 months. I was gonna say. I feel like that math doesn't check out. I was
My
thinking
mom
of
was trying to argue
6,
with me. She
yeah.
was like 6 months because June is 6. And I was like, the first day? Hello?
January to February is 1, so yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
You're actually moving the date to July 1st.
Yes, maybe I should.
Yeah, that is crazy. It's this year. We have a lot of things that are sneaking up on us.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, there's actually so much I need to do. There's so much we need to do, actually.
I know, I've been thinking about that too. Like,
Yeah.
oh God.
I mean, I feel like that's what we have.
That's what we have for you folks.
Yeah. I hope this inspired you to tackle your vision board. Because I feel like anytime you're actually seeing the visuals, I do better. So like once
Yeah.
I get in and I have the ones I've mentioned, that will build it. But like as I'm looking through Pinterest, I'll be like, oh, that's definitely the vibe.
Yeah, for
This
sure.
I want to have. This is
Yeah.
the type of like energy I want to carry. So once you go in and you start building a little vision, it all just comes together, I think.
Yeah. Make a vision board if you haven't already,
Mm-hmm.
or if you never have before.
Yeah.
This is the year to start.
Can be printed, can be on your phone, can
Yeah.
be on your iPad, computer, whatever. I did one on my
Whatever floats your boat.
I did one on my computer one year and made it like my lock screen or my home screen or something. So then it
Ooh.
was just like always there. And I just like, I don't know,
Yeah.
just a little reminder, things you want to see and accomplish. So very fun.
Yeah. My parents like to do a vision board night every year for the past couple years. And so we make physical ones that are like, poster sized. And I like to look at mine every now and then just to be like,
How's
get
it going?
inspiration. Yeah,
Yeah.
how's it going? And then we come back the next year and we're like, what did we accomplish off of our vision board? What can we carry with us into the next vision board?
Very fun. Yeah.
Whatever.
I do like to
So-
do that. I like to go back and like some of it is not like accomplished things, but things you just still want to do, like travel. Travel would be like, yeah, maybe I accomplished it, but it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, yes, let me take these 5 things from last year and carry them on.
Yeah.
So it is fun.
I'll probably make a physical and a digital one.
Agree.
And I'm excited.
Yeah. It should be fun. That's it.
That's it.
all we have for you today.
Thanks for watching.
Love ya. Bye. Tune in to the 14 Steps Away podcast every Monday for a new episode.
Don't forget to like, comment, follow, rate, review, and share.
Watch every week on Spotify or YouTube.
And listen on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.